Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip. With 13 short words, New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel just taught a brilliant lesson in leadership. An expert opinion by Bill Murphy Jr., founder of Understandably. The AFC Championship game was a bad-weather slugfest Sunday, with lots on the line and neither team able to find much offense. After the New England Patriots beat the Denver Broncos 10-7 for a trip to Super Bowl 60, however, Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was confronted with a possibility he didn't seem to have considered. Vrabel played with the Patriots from 2001 to 2008, winning 3 Super Bowls. As a result, a reporter pointed out in a post-game interview, Vrabel now has the chance to become the first person to win a Super Bowl with the same franchise as both a player and a head coach. He paused, and his facial expression suggested that this wasn't something he'd spent much time thinking about. Then he gave an answer that boiled the moment down to 13 words. He said, "I won't win it. It'll be the players that will win the game." It's funny. In the split second after he said, "I won't win it," I briefly thought he was predicting a loss in the Super Bowl. However, that's not what he meant at all. Those 13 words are a sharp reminder of what a head coach's job actually is. Vrabel didn't deny his role or downplay the importance of preparation, strategy, or leadership. But he did, instinctively, redirect the focus to the people who will decide the outcome on the field. What Vrabel said in response to this idea was telling. Good leaders have to make that choice repeatedly, especially in moments when the spotlight is pointed squarely at them. The context matters. The Patriots won just 4 games last season. Now, here we are, well after the Tom Brady era, with the Patriots suddenly AFC champions again, heading to the Super Bowl earlier than almost anyone predicted. I'm not going to make any rosy predictions of the Patriots beating the Seattle Seahawks here, but let's keep this in mind. Vrabel is also coaching a roster that includes a 23-year-old, second-year quarterback, Drake May, now set to become the second youngest quarterback ever to start a Super Bowl, behind only Dan Marino. May had an MVP-caliber season for a second-year quarterback, but players don't perform at that level, that quickly, without a lot going right around them. And having the right coach is near the top of that list. Vrabel's answer landed differently because it fits a broader pattern. Since returning to New England as head coach, he's often been contrasted with Bill Belichick. Belichick was famously distant, rigid, and opaque. Vrabel is still demanding, but more direct, more present, and more willing to communicate expectations plainly. Several profiles have noted that Vrabel doesn't frame himself as part of a coaching tree. He didn't coach under Belichick. He played for him. His leadership style seems shaped less by imitation and more by memory, what it felt like to be in the locker room, what motivated players and what didn't. Does it work in part because the players Vrabel is coaching now are mostly, literally, 20 years younger than the ones Belichick coached? Maybe, but that perspective shows up clearly in moments like this one. Leadership often gets described in grand terms: vision, culture, and inspiration. In practice, though, it shows up in much smaller decisions, especially in public, like who gets the credit and where attention is directed. Vrabel could have accepted the premise of the question. Instead, he used it to remind everyone listening, including his own team, that championships aren't something coaches win. They're something coaches prepare others to win. It's worth remembering the next time your team makes history. That's it for today. You can find more expert opinions and leadership advice at Inc.com. Come back tomorrow for another tip from Inc.